I was driving my Cybertruck around when I got a very unexpected text. I couldn't believe it. It was a real Cybertruck, and it was glorious. And then I realized that I wanted a Cybertruck really, 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 really bad.
What are you doing?
Now, I can't just go out and buy a Cybertruck. They're super expensive, and the wait list is so long. So realistically, I have no choice but to take matters into my own hands. I knew exactly what I had to do. I was gonna...
You guys saw the title. Yeah, you know why we're here. You know the deal.
I was gonna build my very own Cybertruck.
All right, building a Cybertruck is not gonna be easy. I'm gonna need a lot of stuff and things.
And lucky for me, I had plenty of stuff and things lying around the shed. Now, as I started gathering the stuff to build this thing, I had a great idea. Not only was I gonna drive this around the city when it's done, but I was also gonna make it big enough to pick up a friend. Cause my friend Hunter is weirdly obsessed with the Cybertruck.
Dude, have you seen the new Cybertruck? Cybertruck looks so cool.
Yeah, he literally never stops talking about it, so I think me driving him around in my Cybertruck would literally make his year.
Okay, we are off to a pretty solid start. We still need a lot of stuff. We're gonna need an electric motor, a seat and some steering, and some front wheels. And lucky for me, I happen to have the remains of what used to be my beautiful Tesla that I unfortunately had to scrap to build my mech suit. But I think the motor is still good, and it's only fitting that the Cybertruck ends up with a Tesla motor.
Now, I will admit, I was a little reluctant to take the Tesla motor off, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. This motor's moving on to bigger and better things.
All right, so there's like a little itty bitty problem. My original Tesla build had a handlebar throttle, which is great and all, but I am planning on having a real steering wheel in the Cybertruck, which means I'm gonna need a foot pedal for my accelerator. And we don't have a foot pedal accelerator. Wow, guys, that was great. Good job. Yes! Yes! Wait, yeah, we do. Oh, sick! But it's broken. Oh, man!
Now I know what you're thinking. There's only 3 wires, there's only 3 places it could possibly go. How hard could it be? Well, it's not that simple.
You see, if I wire this up the wrong way and plug it into a battery, I could fry the pedal. Or even worse, fry the motor.
So look, I had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything I ever wanted. Okay, you know what? It wasn't that dramatic. I just really didn't want to mess this up. But I went ahead and hooked up all the batteries and then hooked the batteries up to the motor. And to my surprise, it actually worked. So, I mean, I'm not calling myself a genius here, but I'm not calling myself a genius. I'm actually just trying to figure out how to use my microwave right now, because like, this thing's got way too many buttons on it. Like, why are these microwave companies trying so hard? Like, dude, all we need is a 30-second button, and that's it.
Okay, now that we got some back wheels and a motor, it's time to start putting on the front wheels and steering.
Okay, so I started putting on the whole front end of the Cybertruck here. Things were going great until I realized something.
This is all I can do today, because I'm missing some pretty important parts. Now, obviously, I need a second pair of wheels, which I thought I had, but I don't. And I also thought I had a steering assembly, but I can't seem to find it anywhere.
Something was definitely suspicious around here, but I didn't want to spend too much time trying to figure it out. I figured it'd just be a lot faster to get online, order some new wheels and a new steering kit.
What the? Sorry, what? What the?
Somebody stole my wheels. There was definitely something going on around here, and I had to get to the bottom of it.
Yo guys, I think someone's stealing parts from the garage. Have you seen anything? Oh, someone's taking your stuff, huh? That must be frustrating. I haven't seen anything. What was that? What happened out here? It's Boxing Glove Guy! I just caught this guy stealing parts from the shed. Yeah, I was stealing parts. Yeah, and then I was like, no, not on my watch. Well, dude, thank you. You totally saved the day. And I could have saved the day too, you know, it's no big deal. Can we get you anything? Some water would be great. I'm extremely thirsty for punching so much. Oh, of course, here. Yo, what is that? It's an air up bottle. It makes regular, boring, plain water taste amazing without using any chemicals or sweeteners. Now, if it doesn't have any chemicals or sweeteners, then how does it make the water taste good? So it's actually pretty crazy. You ever smell anything so bad you can taste it? Of course, my feet. Yeah, that's kind of how this works. So our sponsor, Air Up, uses this thing called scent-based taste. So you're basically tasting the flavor with your nose. And how that works is they got these really cool flavor pods with tons of flavors to choose from. All you do is stick the pod on the nozzle, pull up to activate it, then drink. Yo, that is amazing! Cold and refreshing! Yeah, and that stainless steel bottle there will keep your water cold for up to 14 hours. It's nuts! Where can I get one of these? Just click the link in the description. AirUp has amazing limited time offers on their website. Go check them out. Right on! Thanks! No, thank you, Boxing Glove Guy! No, I'm still gonna get you guys. What? Like, I'm gonna build a sick, huge weapon and I'm gonna destroy you nerds. Not off my watch. It's not on my watch. That's literally what I said. No, you said not. No, now he's gone.
Okay, so I got my wheels back, and I figured out where all my stuff was disappearing to. I'm a little nervous as to what Red Dude is gonna build to destroy us, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, I'm just gonna focus on building my Cybertruck.
Okay, this Cybertruck is looking pretty incredible. But obviously, we are still missing quite a few things. For starters, I made the steering wheel way too short. There's obviously no exterior on this thing. And I desperately need some sort of seat. But not that seat, because that seat is gross.
Now, as much as I needed to add a lot of things to this, I needed to take it for a test drive even more. Now, I really wanted to take it out to the city, but it just wasn't ready for that yet. So I figured I'd just take it out to the backyard for the first test run. But once I got it out there, something horrible happened.
Okay, so I'm not sure what the problem is here, but something isn't working. I've worked with these motors a bunch of times, and I've never seen this happen before. The motor's hotter than it normally is. That's interesting.
So I'm not sure what happened, so I brought it back into the garage to try and fix it, and I don't know what I did, but 2 seconds later... Yeah, I don't know why I make Mario noises when I go fast, but it's just something I do. But yeah, I was going pretty fast.
How fast do you think I'm going?
I don't know, probably like 20.
Okay.
Okay, so there was still a lot of work to be done before I could pick up Hunter and drive this thing around the city. Like, the steering situation had to be changed. It was so low before I could barely get my legs underneath the steering wheel.
Okay, the steering is in a much better position now. So once I get a seat in here, it'll be in the perfect position to rip around. Are you kidding me? It stopped working again? Okay, so although I did have the motor working, it is being super inconsistent. So as you can see here, when I push down on the pedal, it wants to move, but then it just stops moving. So I think this motor's fried. I mean, it's pretty disappointing, but it's had a good run. I guess I can't be too mad.
Now, since I had to buy a new motor anyway, I guess this was just the perfect excuse to buy a better motor? Maybe this motor that's 3 times faster? Sick Ollie. Okay, so while I wait for that motor to show up, it was time to start thinking about where I'm gonna sit. And I'm gonna need a super sick seat that's suitable for a Cybertruck.
So I've been thinking, do we really need another superhero around here? I need that chair.
Oh yeah, this gaming chair was super cool and exactly what my Cybertruck needed.
Okay, now that I've got a beautiful, not gross seat, time to get started on the hardest part. Building the exterior. Because as you can see here, the Cybertruck has these very unique angles. And that's definitely gonna be very hard to replicate on this. But irregardless, I'm gonna need sides and a roof or else it's not a Cybertruck.
Yeah, so this is the part of the build where things started to get kind of serious. You know, I had to do some serious tough guy work here. You had to use a lot of tools, you know, like the saw, the drill, the saw again, the drill again, the hammer several times, you know, and repeated that process quite a bit until I had some serious framing done here.
Okay, the frame for the cab is officially done. Now it's time to start working on the bed. Okay, now I'm not gonna lie, this looks kind of weird. But weird or not, it's gonna be sick. But there is one thing I have to be careful of while I start building this. I have to leave enough room for me to work back here because I'm still waiting on my replacement motor. Okay, no, I'm still waiting on my motor, so I'm not gonna put this on yet. But I am gonna start working on the exterior of the front now. Huh. What do you think we should use? I mean, it is a Cybertruck. We should use some sheet metal. I don't think we have enough metal to do the whole thing, though. We could just do the front with metal and do the rest with wood, spray paint it. Okay.
So that's exactly what I decided to do. Nobody's gonna be able to tell the difference between this Cybertruck and a real Cybertruck by the time I'm done with this. It's gonna be incredible. And Hunter's gonna lose his mind when he sees this thing. Poor dude's gonna be walking around without a mind.
Okay, so this piece right here is gonna go on top, and obviously I cut a window hole, but before I screw this on, I need to, 1, paint it that sick Cybertruck color, and 2, I need to install a windshield.
So I grabbed this big piece of plexiglass and cut it to the right size that I needed, and then, ooh, that's clean. And then I started cutting out all the sides that I needed for the sides of the truck, which took forever.
Okay, the frame is officially done for the whole truck. And I have successfully cut out all the pieces for the exterior. All I gotta do is paint them and put them on. But before I can put anything on here, I'm still waiting on my replacement motor. So there's really not much else I can do until that comes. Okay, it's time to swap out this motor and all the electronics. All right, we gotta speed things up here. You keep putting in the replacement motor, and I'm gonna go paint the panels. Okay.
Okay, we were getting to the tail end of like this whole build here. All I had to do was paint it, because let's be honest, if it isn't that cool Cybertruck color, then it's not even gonna be a Cybertruck. And there ain't no way I'm walking out of here without a Cybertruck.
Yo, this is looking good. Oh, yeah, no, it looks great. So how'd it go? Pretty good. Louis Wise showed up.
What?
Yeah, so I was just, working on the motor, and he walked in, and he was just not happy at all. He kept saying it was bad and that we were doing it wrong, and then he started yelling at me that I needed more batteries in here. So then I had to take a couple batteries out of the motorcycle, which I did not want to do. Yeah, so once I had the batteries, he showed me how to hook them up and everything, and got it all situated, and then he just dipped. Well, I mean, it's working now, right? Oh, no, it's working now. Just a little shooken up is all. Well, sick. That means there's only one thing left to do.
Put on the sides, pick up Hunter, and drive around the city. Okay, that's 3 things. But either way, we were almost done here, and I had a bit of a realization while I was building this. Even though I was super stoked that I now had a Cybertruck, I was still a little heartbroken that I had to take apart my whole Tesla to make it. It truly was the end of an era, and I guess that I can be upset with that, but let's be honest. End of an era is just a fancy way of saying the beginning of a new one. But enough of all that. It's time to get in this thing and go pick up my boy. I'm the proud owner of a brand new Cybertruck now. It's time to hit the streets.
Yo, come outside.
Okay, I'm coming.
Sweet.
I'll see you in a second. Bye.
He's gonna lose his mind when he sees this. No, you didn't, man. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is insane. Bro, this is crazy.
You wanna go for a ride?
Let's go.
So I finally got my Cybertruck, and it obviously made Hunter's day, so I guess that's all I got.